let's see if Vernon Caldwell can do it. Vernon!
Okay, so I have these two roommates. I've lived with them for about 2 years, and I've learned a lot of things about them in the past 2 years. Very interesting things, very interesting habits that they have. And, well, in order to tell the story, I have to give you a little bit of background on them, okay? The two roommates, Jason and Sean, all right, they, one is probably the most interesting character you would probably ever meet in your life. They are peas in a pod. They only understand one another. They only understand one another's jokes. Sometimes I'll walk home and I'll walk through the living room door and I'll see them watching the CW together, one of those wizard shows, and telling one another's jokes, laughing at one another, and it's the type of situation you have friends that understand one another, but you just don't quite understand them. Like everybody else is in the dark, and so those are my roommates. Sean, he's a judge actually, and he lives in our basement. I don't know. Yeah. But Jason, actually, he works from home, and he never leaves his room. He locks himself into his room as if it's an army barracks, and we only see him leave actually around 11:30 at night, and he goes out into the center city and he gets a cheesesteak, and then he'll come back home and he'll go back up to his room, close the door. I don't want to know what he's doing in there, but, it could be a number of different things. But this I do know. He has the weirdest habits. Around midnight, every night, he vacuums his room. And then after he vacuums his room, around 1 a.m., he'll take a shower. And it's really annoying, really, because the shower is like right behind my bed, like on the other side of the wall, and so I can hear it throughout the night and just like, ugh. But anyway, one night I was up in my room with my friend Mel, and we were on our bed, like on my bed, watching a movie. And every night I turn on my space heater because Jason actually, he's kind of like a polar bear. I think he was raised in the Arctic. He keeps the thermometer, whatever the thing is called, in the house set to like 55. And so I'm freezing at night. I turn on my space heater, and of course at that same time he's vacuuming his room. And so the entire side of the house is, the electricity goes off, the breaker goes, and so I walk out into the hall and I'm talking to him and I'm like, does your electricity go off? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's kind of socially inept, so he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, well, you need to go down and flip the switch because, I need my electricity. I'm watching a movie and I'm about to go to bed actually after that. And he was like, and he was about to go down, and I said, but before you go down, don't forget, Sean, the judge, is asleep in the basement. And we have this unspoken rule. There's a gate that goes down to the basement. If Sean is home, he'll close the gate, and so we won't go down. He's clearly home. He's clearly sleeping. He's going down to, actually he says, well, maybe I shouldn't go down if he's sleeping. I said, no, actually you should. And so he starts to go down to the basement, and I'm like waiting for the electricity to come on with Mel upstairs, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, he's taking a while. And then all of a sudden I hear, faintly from the background, long pause, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what's going on? And then, in times like that, you don't think rationally, but I did, because I said, okay, I'll get a shoe. It has rubber. He's getting electrocuted right now. He has to be getting electrocuted. So I run downstairs and I'll whack him on the head and he'll fall off of the breaker and I'll save him. And so I ran downstairs, and when I got down to the bottom of the stairs, I looked, and he was holding a flashlight down the stairs like this. And because, again, he doesn't really know how to talk to people, he couldn't really vocalize what was happening, so he's just like, and I was like, what is going on? And then I heard it again, and it was like, I realized, oh my God, that wasn't Jason, that was Sean. And it was because he didn't give any warning whatsoever as to, he was coming down the stairs. He just opened the gate and he thought, oh, it'd be cool, I'll just go down and I'll put the light on, I'll step over Sean and flip the switch and it'll be cool. And of course, Sean thought the Grim Reaper was coming for him, it was like an angel of death or something. And so he screams like a woman. And seriously, this is the one thing. He's a judge, and if you know this guy, like my friends are laughing because they know them. Unfathomable, unthinkable, this scream. I mean, it was like a scream of horror. Elongated pause, elongated pause, elongated pause. And then I've come to find out, actually, it was just that every night before he goes to sleep, he watches Dexter.